What's up, guys? So today we're talking about how to work on repairing a damaged metabolism. So typically the causes of a damaged metabolism can either be some really extreme dieting, like if you cut your calories by a lot, 1,000, less than 1,000, around that area, depending on how much you're working out and things like that. If you're dropping it really low for an extended period of time, or if you're just getting older, or if you have a lot of stress on your plate and for a long time and it's starting to catch up with you, those can all damage the metabolism. So these are not necessarily ways to boost the metabolism, to cause like a spike in it. I did a little video on that last week, I think, which is more of like a temporary spike. Still good things to incorporate, but these are more long-term, that just as you incorporate one or all of them on a daily basis or a more frequent basis, helps with repairing versus just boosting. So there is, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. 7. Okay, so let's get into it. First one is pay attention to your thyroid by making sure you're getting enough chromium and iodine. So basically, the thyroid hormone helps the body use energy, helps it stay warm, keeps the brain, heart, muscles, other organs working the way that they should. And then thyroid, it converts iodine into T4 and T3. Our bodies don't produce iodine, so that's something that has to come from our diet in order for our thyroid to convert it to work. So making sure you're getting enough iodine so that your thyroid is processing it and producing those T3 and T4 is important. If you don't have enough iodine in your body can't make that hormone, and so if you're deficient in iodine, it can lead to an enlargement of the thyroid, hypothyroidism, things like that. Chromium is something you can get just like on Amazon. Basically, there's blood sugar that floats around through your body and helps your GLUT4 receptors come to the surface of your cells, and it helps collect the extra glucose out of the cells. So as far as iodine goes, the best way to get it is through like kelp or seaweed. You could probably find like a kelp or seaweed supplement. I'm sure they have those out there. You don't really want to go for the iodine salt. That's not the best form to get it. But then also like, dairy products can have it, cheese, milk, eggs, soy milk, soy sauce. But I would honestly probably just stick with kelp or seaweed. That's the best source of it. Another one is it's an apple cider vinegar drink. So if you're familiar with the Master Cleanse, it's similar to that. It's about 10 to 12 ounces of water, half a teaspoon of cayenne, 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and half a lemon. So basically, the cayenne has a thermic effect, which obviously helps your body burns more calories because it heats up your body. Also improves your dopamine levels a little bit, which helps with less cravings. The acid in the apple cider vinegar helps the body's utilization of fats. It uncouples proteins 1 and 2, which allows the fat to be utilized to create body heat better. And then the pectin in the lemon just helps you with feeling full, so it helps, satiety. Another one, if you're going to overeat, if that's a problem for you, overeat with protein. When you eat protein, 20 to 25% of the calories of the protein that you eat goes into digesting what you just ate. So it turns into energy that's used to digest what you just ate. Also, if there's extra protein in your body, that extra protein does not convert to extra fat. That extra protein converts to muscle, whereas carbs or fat, if there's extra of those, they do not convert into muscle. And the thing about muscle is, the more muscle you have, the better the more your metabolism increases. because if you have more lean tissues in your body's going to burn more calories at rest than if you have no lean tissue or very little lean tissue. Another one is getting the proper leptin spike, so like a carb spike. Basically, it's increasing your insulin sensitivity, and the way to do that, leptin tells your brain, hey brain, we've got enough fat, ramp up the metabolism. So if you don't have enough leptin, or if you don't have enough of the leptin hormone, then it doesn't tell your brain to turn up the metabolism. So if you're going to do a spike like that, the spike works better with carbs than fats. Don't do simple carbs, do complex carbs like lentil pasta, chickpea pasta, something like that. And you can try spiking it, just doing a higher amount of carbs in a day, maybe a couple times over like a few week period. So you don't want to have super high carbs every day. You want to kind of stick with the lower carb, and then spike it, and then go back to another lower carb day, a few days in a row. Good quality salt. Pink Himalayan salt, sodium. If you're deficient in sodium, it gives your brain a mixed message and tells your kidneys, and it ends up telling your kidneys to hold on to water. Also can trigger some cortisol as well, which is a stress hormone. Which, if you have too high levels of cortisol, it's not a good thing. Another thing is trying a 36-hour fast. So I've talked a little bit about fasting. 24-hour fasting, 36-hour fasting is kind of the perfect number. 24 is a good way to start, but if you have done a 24-hour a couple times, working up to a 36-hour is ideal. So if you're already kind of doing 24, try kicking it up to 36. Best way to do it, in my opinion, is to eat dinner, start it at 7 p.m., go the 24 hours till 7 p.m. the next day, and then go to sleep early, and then wake up at 7 a.m. and break the fast then. So after a fast, and especially in the mornings, we have insulin-sensitive muscles, but insulin-resistant fat cells. So that means you can eat a larger meal after a fast, and it's not going to go to fat storage as much as if you ended your fast in the evening. So yes, and the next one, last one, convert white fat to brown fat. So white fat doesn't do anything for us, it just sits there. However, brown fat triggers thermogenesis. So it creates and it generates heat in the body and burns calories. So it's basically like a better type of fat in your body, good type of fat. Turmeric has the ability to convert white fat into brown fat. So adding turmeric into your diet is a good way to do that. Cold water therapy also converts white fat to brown fat. If you think about it, like, say a walrus. I think they live in cold, like animals that live in cold climates, they have a lot of fat on them. But the fat that they have is brown fat. So if you are living in the Arctic, your body's going to naturally have more brown fat, which helps to keep your body warm, versus white fat, which doesn't do anything for you. So cold water therapy, if you're exposing yourself to very cold temperatures, like a 2-minute cold shower every day, or a couple times a week, or cryotherapy, which is amazing. If you are familiar with that or have something near you that you can try cryotherapy, it's basically just very, very cold air for 2 minutes on your body. That type of cold therapy helps your body to convert the white fat in your body into brown fat, which is going to generate heat and burn calories, obviously, unlike the white fat. So those are some tips to help incorporate some things into your day or into your week. Switch it up, do a couple, do one or two, do all of them on a periodic basis to help start kind of rebuilding your metabolism. And it's not a fast process. If your metabolism is damaged, this is not something that you're going to see results from, and you're not going to see, you're not going to see it healed in 2 weeks. It's going to take time. It took time to get there, so it's going to take time to heal it. So don't get frustrated. These are small things that you can add in, As long as you're consciously aware of them, they're not hard to do, but if you are consistent with them over time, it can help repair your metabolism. Hope that helped. Let me know if you have any questions.